Moving on, US and UK have carried out strikes in Yemen, which they say are justified due to the continued Houthi threat in the Red Sea shipping area. Now, at least 10 other countries expressed support when the first strikes were carried out last week. However, divisions are emerging within Western nations on how to deal with the Iran-backed rebels. Now, countries like France, Italy and Spain have refused any role in the strikes. US also announced an international coalition last month to counter the Houthi attack in the Red Sea. US said 20 countries are part of this coalition. However, some of these nations haven't confirmed their participation. These include France, Italy as well as Spain. Though these nations say they would support a European mission that could also be joined by non-EU members who share the priority of free navigation. France says its ships would stay in the Red Sea and the surrounding area only under French command. A French frigate is currently in the area and has shot down Houthi drones. France has a naval base in the UAE and 1,500 troops in the Djibouti. The Djibouti has strongly remarked that it does not want any foreign intervention on its soil, which is seen as one of the reasons behind France's cautious stance. On the other hand, French officials have also been reported saying that by supporting the strikes in Yemen, they will lose leverage in talks to diffuse tensions between Hezbollah and Israel. Meanwhile, another Italian warship has joined the Red Sea, but it has not taken part in the US-led mission. Italy also reportedly declined to be part of the strikes in Yemen, as Rome preferred to pursue a calming policy in the Red Sea. Spain also refused to join the military action in the area, saying it wanted to promote peace in the region. Spain's defense ministry had said it would only participate in NATO-led missions or EU-coordinated operations. For the latest on this, we are now joined by Alex Kadia from Brussels. Thank you for joining us on the broadcast, Mr. Alex. Is the West divided over the attacks on Houthi rebels?
Well, they're not divided per se. They're certainly aligned very much on the fact that these attacks need to stop against those civilian ships in the Red Sea, but they're maybe not aligned entirely on timing, and that obviously is part of the reason behind that delay. Now, that news has changed this morning. We have seen Spain changing its position, Spain unlocking that possible EU mission out of here in Brussels. So that will be a really big shift in that position. Although the West is broadly aligned on stopping these Houthi attacks, the timings were a little bit different, it has to be said. And now the EU mission can start being organised now that Spain has lifted its opposition to this mission. It's also important to say that, as you said, a French frigate is already in the region, already pushing back against those Houthi attacks, and the European Union has been present off the Horn of Africa around Somalia, fighting off piracy in the last few years as well. So I wouldn't say it's a division between Western nations, but certainly a delay for that European support coming to join the United States in fighting those Houthi attacks. That delay comes, of course, from the fact that all 27 member states of the European Union need to agree, and it's possibly the only place in the world where 27 countries come aligned behind a single military operation, sharing their resources, sharing intelligence. So certainly a big move, a big change in position this morning from Brussels.
Also, Alex, do take us through what's happening in the region right now. What's at stake for these countries who are taking part of the US-led mission?
Well, you're looking at 15% of global trade going through the Red Sea in normal times. It is a huge cost to these shipping companies that will be shipping goods from Europe to India, from Europe to China, from Europe to its major trading partners around the world. And that will be a big part of why these nations are taking this situation so seriously. We've seen hundreds now, if not thousands, of container ships avoiding the Red Sea, avoiding the quicker route to its Asian markets and going all the way around the southern tip of Africa and the Cape of Good Hope. So certainly the cost of this is really the main concern. The cost, of course, to European consumers, to American consumers, to the markets across the world, but also to consumers and producers in India, in Asia, in China, because they will be affected by this as well. This will be a cost to the global trading community, and that will be one of the priorities. That's why the United States has acted on this issue. That's why they say they are acting on this issue, and that's also why the European Union is eager to join them. Of course, the Houthi rebels attacking these civilian ships in the Red Sea, attacking ships of countries they say are complicit or supportive of Israel's action in Gaza. That is the motivation expressed by the Houthis, but certainly the motivation from the United States and its European partners is to stop these attacks and allow trade to flow through freely.
Alex Sarea, thank you so much for joining us on the broadcast to give us your insights.